Congratulations to Pink and her hubby, Carrie Hart, for welcoming their baby son. The 37-year-old singer introduced him to the world on Instagram, revealing his name, Jameson Moon Hart. Pink also posted a charming picture of Carrie holding his baby boy with the caption, "I love my baby daddy." This is the couple's second child after welcoming their daughter Willow 5 years ago. Fans are likely delighted that Pink decided to let them into their private life so soon. After all, she didn't even announce her pregnancy until November, giving all her fans a big surprise, even though she was in her third trimester. The road hasn't always been smooth for Pink and her motocross hubby Carrie, but they seem revved up to raise a big, happy family.
Lena Dunham kind of has a penchant for putting her foot in her mouth and having to apologize the next day. No example is more apparent than when she was on her podcast and said she's never had an abortion, but she wishes she had. Once the story broke and she received a tsunami of backlash, she offered a disappointing apology and claimed her statement was a joke. Only thing is, nobody was laughing when she said it. Not long before that, she had to offer an apology to Odell Beckham Jr. for writing that when they were seated together at the Met Gala, he looked at her and determined she was not the shape of a woman by his standards. She later admitted she made narcissistic assumptions and presented them as facts and felt terrible about her criticism. Before that, she wrote a few passages in her book, Not That Kind of Girl, which had readers accusing her of molesting her little sister. And she even admitted in the memoir that she was acting like a sexual predator. First, she shrugged off the criticism, then offered an appropriate apology and said she was sorry for comically writing about childhood sexual abuse and said it was never her intention. Of course, she had to apologize for something else in her book. In one chapter, she wrote about being raped by a mustached Republican named Barry while at Oberlin College. Media outlets tracked down a man who fit the description, and he had to prove that he never even met her. Dunham apologized for not explaining that Barry was a pseudonym and admits that her memory of the night in question is hazy, having been drunk and high on cocaine and Xanax. A few other times she put her foot in her mouth, writing an essay entitled Dog or Jewish Boyfriend, a quiz that asked readers to choose whether statements referred to her pooch or her boyfriend, saying she's not super thin, but thin for a place like Detroit. Writing a tweet that in 2005 she dreamt she was a prostitute and that she molested a little African-American rodent. And then there was that time she tried to start a movement that had followers ripping down Jason Bourne posters because they had a gun on it. Ultimately, people love Lena Dunham and people don't. And we're pretty sure she's going to go on and continue winning fans and alienate them all the same. But you gotta admit, she sure gets in trouble.
Aloha, Jessica Alba. The actress is back in black on the sands of Hawaii, rocking a super chic one-piece. Mostly, Jessica seemed to be spending her time wading in the shallow water, just getting her feet wet. Actually, it sort of appears that she's looking for someone, and considering her head is already covered up, it would appear that she's looking for her friend in need of the pink hat. Oh, found her! Even though she's in Hawaii, it's still winter after all. So the Honesty Company honcho returned to her beach camp, where she donned a trendy poncho, some frilly shorts, and made her way off the sand. And just in case her face would suggest to you that she hates Hawaii, we couldn't help but catch a nice smile before she left.
2016 was the year of lost love. Don't believe us? Just look at which celebrity couples broke up this year and remember the way it used to be. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. The couple threw their fans for a loop when Angelina filed for divorce in September, citing irreconcilable differences. And while we've heard stories about Pitt being investigated by Child Services, it's still unclear what really went wrong. Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris. We kind of thought this was the one for the country singer, but that turned out to be wrong. The couple officially called it quits in June, and she quickly moved on to Tom Hiddleston. And then they broke up too. Mariah Carey and James Packer. In late October, Carey's rep confirmed the news that she and her billionaire fiancé went their separate ways. With rumors of Mariah's spending habits and cheating allegations, this one went from sweet to sour real quick. Joshua Jackson and Diane Kruger. After a 10-year romance, one of Hollywood's most cherished couples broke things off in mid-July. According to their reps, the couple remains friends, which kind of makes things better. But we hope they get back together sooner rather than later. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Truthfully, we're more surprised they got married than divorced. But it happened after only a year. Amber made allegations of abuse, but she dropped those charges and agreed on a divorce settlement that she promises to donate to charity. Jennifer Lopez and Casper Smart. The May to December romance lasted until August of this year, with a source saying it wasn't anything dramatic, they just weren't on good terms. She met him when he was a dancer on her tour and dated on and off since 2012.
Brad Pitt may not have had the Christmas he desired, but at least he was able to see his kids. According to Us Magazine, despite rumors that he may not have had the chance to reconnect with his children during the holidays, it's reported Brad did see the kids at some point for a holiday gift exchange. Of course, there's a little catch. Estranged wife Angelina Jolie reportedly organized the get-together and made sure the therapist that represents their 6 children was also in attendance. Us Magazine reports Brad gave them presents and it was cordial. On the other hand, the only thing Brad and Angelina have exchanged lately are harsh words throughout their divorce proceedings, with both parties accusing each other of allegations and smear tactics. Hopefully, the best gift they gave each other was a peaceful holiday season for their family. Best bikini bodies of 2016? You better believe it. Check out how good Hilary Duff looked, showing off her bikini body while vacationing in Hawaii with her ex-husband. And speaking of island bodies, look at Kendall Jenner while she was catching up on some R&R in Turks and Caicos. Not to be outdone, her sister Kourtney Kardashian showed off her famous curves in Miami. And Kim put her assets on display while vacationing in Mexico. And yep, it's obviously in the jeans. Bella Thorne showed off her knockout body while doing a photo shoot in Malibu, California. And so did former OC star Misha Barton when she stripped down for a sexy bikini shoot in Santa Monica. But let's not leave out Karrueche Tran, who showed off she belongs on the best bikini list of the year. Wonder if Chris Brown misses her now. Ultimately, all these ladies are lovely and they sure made 2016 a sexy year. Unsettling emergency with Rob Kardashian as the reality TV star reportedly checked himself into the ER, and members of his family have rushed to be by his side. TMZ reports that Rob went to the hospital, then his mother Kris and baby mama Blac Chyna both arrived at the hospital to be by his side. No one is sure why Rob had to check himself into emergency, but the public is aware that he suffers from diabetes, and there are rumors that it could be some sort of mental breakdown too. But TMZ reports that isn't true. So far, it's only being reported as a health problem, and hopefully Rob will get the help he needs to make a speedy recovery, especially with his loving family by his side. What's up, you bunch of keyboard warriors? If you like what we do, and you should, make sure to like and subscribe. It keeps us from having to turn tricks on Hollywood Boulevard.